I am First Lady Sharon Liner out of Houston, Texas, coming to you, bringing you home daily Bible readings from the Love Center Cathedral Church of God in Christ. Going through these lessons on a day-to-day basis so that we could be ready for that Sunday morning Christian education. This is September the 2nd, Wednesday. Jacob convinced that Joseph is dead. So we have to go back and look at a few things to be able to talk about this lesson. So remember, yesterday's lesson talked about Joseph going to find his brothers. They were shepherds and they had to go where the food was and that kind of thing. So that was fantastic. Fine, no problem. So when they saw him, because they envied what Jacob said, Jacob prophesied a lot of things, that the brothers was going to bow down to him, that he was going to be better than them and all that kind of thing. Because they envied him and their father loved Jacob so much, they said, hey, let's kill him. I mean, that's all. So Reuben, one of the older brothers, says, let's not kill him, and said, we shall shed no blood, but let's cast him into a pit. And they went away to talk about it. So before they went away to talk about it, they stripped off his coat and they held on to it and they put him down in the pit. Now, in the meantime, they go away to talk about not killing the brother because that was really in their heart to kill their brother. But Reuben talks him out of it. He brings him down off the ledge. Reuben talks about it, and Reuben says, no, we're not going to shed blood. That's not what we're going to do. No. We're going to be good, but let's put him in the pit. Let's go talk about what we should do. In the meantime, one of the brothers said, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites. Okay, so now you have to go back to Abraham. When Abraham was getting ready to be blessed of God and he was going on, he and Sarah had not had a child. So Sarah gave the handmaid to Abraham and said, hey, have a child with her and this will be mine. I'll raise him like my own, that kind of thing. Abraham listened to her. They had a child. That child was Ishmael. And then Sarah got pregnant with Isaac and they banished Ishmael. So Ishmael really had nothing to do with the family. Ishmael also had 12 sons, just like Jacob now has 12 sons. And so they just keeps on going. So there's an infighting of family members. So one of them says, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. We know daddy won't be happy, but it don't matter. So Benjamin returned. This is verse 29. Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was gone. The Midianites had taken him out of the pit and it sold him into slavery. So Joseph is out of the picture. And Reuben rent his clothes. He's the one that said, let's not kill him. And now he's all upset because the boy is gone. He doesn't know where the boy is. He says, and he returned to his brother and says, the child is not there. What am I going to do? Where shall I go? So the other brother said, oh, let's just kill a kid, dip his coat of many colors into this blood. Let's kill a kid, a baby goat, and let's dip his coat into the blood. And so they got the coat of many colors and they brought it to their father and says, this is what we found. Know now whether it be your sons or not. So basically they say, hey, here's what we found. This is dipped in blood. We didn't tell him it was dipped in blood. This is what we found. And so we don't know whether it's your sons or not, Joseph's. Can you identify it? Jacob had already known that this was his son's coat because he made it for him, specifically for him. So he knew the insides and the outs of the coat and what it should look like and what it felt like and all that kind of stuff. Jacob knew it. He said, it is my son's coat. He said, an evil beast has devoured him. He said, Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. So he made his own prophecy about what had possibly happened to his son. He had the coat. dipped in blood, and he made his own prophecy. Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins and mourned his son for many days. His 11 sons and daughters, the rest of his daughters, rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. He said, "For I will go down into my grave unto my son, mourning." So his love shows through, and he wept for his son. And the Midianites sold Joseph into Egypt unto Potiphar, the officer of Pharaoh, and a captain of the guard. So as we talk about this lesson, Jacob is convinced that Joseph is dead. Now, there are many things that play into this believing that his son is dead. Part of it is that he has proof that the coat belonged to Joseph. He has proof that there is blood on the coat. He has proof from the 10 older boys that this boy is dead. And he mourns. Oh, what a wonderful love. That is Wednesday, September the 2nd, 2020. Jacob convinced that Joseph is dead. Genesis 37, 29 through 36. I'm First Lady Sharon Liner from the Love Center Cathedral Church of God in Christ in Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining us.